here from 60 to 85 plus allowed. The average for most of these boats, according to the registration, youngest at 60 average age and the oldest at 64. So very closely matched age-wise in there, but of course that's only an average. It can it can range from 20 to 80. So,
absolutely.
And off they go. A big, strong start from the Alexandria community in lane 7. They just took off like a rocket as soon as that flag dropped, and they have in the first few strokes almost a full boat length of advantage over the field. Riverfront Recapture also off to a strong start. The remaining boats in the race pretty much lined up. Maybe a slight advantage there for Ann Arbor and perhaps Detroit just slightly behind, but all very even in the first 100 meters. But as you can see, looking at the upper left-hand side, there is that boat from Alexandria Community that just shot out of the starting dock.
Right, absolutely. And then the Chinook Chinook Performance Racing B boat in the lane closest to shore, looking to be in about that second place position. Indianapolis trying to keep their bow ball consistently on that bow seat of Chinook right next to them. They're pushing those crews off to their side. And then very, very tight for that fourth place spot. Again, only 4 advancing into the grand final from here. Alexandria definitely having a bit of an easier early lead, but that is a tight race unfolding. So you got Chinook, that B boat in the near lane. They've got half a boat over Indianapolis. Then perhaps that Ann Arbor crew. But Detroit and Riverfront, they want that fourth place spot.
It appears that Three Rivers Association may be the only boat off the pace in this 7-boat race. But, boy, Alexandria Community and Chinook taking off, and Indianapolis on their home water, knowing what it takes to win here at Eagle Creek, so doing what they can to stay as even as possible with Chinook Racing. I can see their coxswain glancing to the right and checking out the advancing Alexandria Community boat. In the meantime, that fight for fourth, which will be very important here, is going on between Ann Arbor and Riverfront Recapture, and they look bow ball to bow ball. Don't see Detroit and Three Rivers, the two that are off the pace after the first half of the race, but we'll see if they can recover in the final 500 meters. We'll see if Chinook or Alexandria Community will make an early move to try to pull away. It looks like Chinook has gained a little bit of water on the Indianapolis boat as they're fighting their way forward.
But not by much. It's been a hard fight there. They've continued, the Indianapolis has continued to keep overlap over that Chinook Performance B boat, but that race between Detroit, Ann Arbor, and Riverfront is a very tight one.
Coming down to the beach and the cheers of their crewmates. Alexandria Community still in the lead with Chinook in hot pursuit. Indianapolis not far behind. Then, as Grace said, Detroit, Ann Arbor, and Riverfront Recapture really beginning to battle it out. Then open water back to the Three Rivers Association boat. But Alexandria Community looks like they're extending their lead a little over, and it looks like Indianapolis has begun to make their move on Chinook. We'll see how it shakes out at the end as they're coming down to the wire at the mixed F to K fours.
So it does look like we will have Alexandria Community out there in that first position, but Indianapolis really, really pushing Chinook. But the race for that fourth place spot, that last and final spot to be able to advance, is a fight. But it looks like Ann Arbor maybe with an early lead. Alexandria Community crossing the finish line first. Chinook then only just about by 2/3 of a boat. We've got the Indianapolis crew, Ann Arbor, trying to hold on to this lead that they've got by a half a boat over Riverfront Recapture. And then it would be Detroit. So of the Michigan crews, Ann Arbor will advance into the grand final, and wrapping up this heat will be the Three Rivers Association in lane 6.
Nice moving for Detroit there towards the
Absolutely.
end. They were making their move, sliding out, just needed a few more strokes to get across the line. And then here comes the Three Rivers Association boat crossing to complete this first of 2 heats, the mixed F through K fours.